Hi folks, it's Keith Beardsley of the Beardsley Real Estate Team, here today with the latest market update for the Greely-Metcalfe-Vernon and Osgoode communities. I'm going to start this one off with the Ottawa board numbers because that's what all the newspapers and the media will be focused on. Keep in mind a couple of things though, we're not the city. So the board numbers that come out in which the media are talking about are an average of the entire region, so city and rural and everything in between. So the Ottawa board right now, sales for houses anyways are down about 42% in the first 2 months. Condos down about 31%. The average house price for the first 2 months for a house is about $695,000, so down about 14%. For a condo, about $411,000, so down about 10%. So let's look at this area. Let's look at these four communities. Two things to keep in mind here. We're in the country, in the rural areas. You don't tend to get heavy business in the first couple of months. Our market tends to pick up April, May, and into June. Those are our busy months out here. You know, when you have a lot of snow like we do this year, lots of storms, people are not traveling out to the country to look at houses. So that's something to keep in mind, and that's every year, not just this year. The other item to keep in mind is average price. I give the average price, and I'll give it again today because people keep asking for it and insisting on it. But in all honesty, the average price at this time of the year, especially in the rural areas, really isn't worth much. All right, there's so few sales that, you know, there's one $1 million home sells and another $350,000 home sells. Well, average it out. There's your average price. So it's not really very realistic, and you can't base buying or selling decisions on that. So let's look right now at, we're going to start off here with Greely, and you're going to see some good examples of exactly what I'm talking about. So Greely, this year 12 sales compared to 17 last year, so there's a significant drop. The average price in Greely for the first 2 months, $891,000. And this means the market essentially prices dropped 13.2%. Now I can tell you, I don't recall anything below $1 million as an average price in Greely since pretty much the beginning of last year. So that's only based on 12 sales, and you know, it's just not a realistic number. Metcalfe's another good example. 3 sales this year compared to 4 last year. Now Metcalfe has a subdivision going in with big houses. All right, so what's the average price in Metcalfe this year? Well, it's $1,056,000. All right, so in other words, $1 million homes in Metcalfe, and I can guarantee you those are the new homes. They're not the older ones. All right, so Metcalfe's a good example of how the market can be distorted by a couple of sales. And in this case, you know, it means Metcalfe suddenly increased in value by 52.5%. Just not realistic. Vernon's another example. Vernon, 1 sale this year compared to 2 last year. So Vernon, the average price for the first 2 months, based on only 1 sale, $451,000. So Vernon's average price has dropped 40.5%. In other words, that average price isn't worth anything. There's simply not enough sales. Osgoode, 6 sales this year compared to 6 sales last year. Average price this year about $571,000. So Osgoode would show as being down 17.1%. Again, you know, Osgoode depends if are the sales in the new subdivisions or in the older homes. So again, don't go by average price. We're here to answer your questions. Love to chat real estate with you. I offer a free, no obligation home evaluation, no strings attached. I don't inflate prices, no phony baloney, no gimmicks, just the facts. If that's what you give me a call or text, 613-897-6839. Keith Beardsley of the Beardsley Team, wishing you a great day.